Hey, what's going on, guys? It is WillHellmm here, and today I have some city skylines, and you may be wondering, why is it going so fast, Will? Well, that's because I have done a goof, and I don't know what exactly happened, but it decided to only record part of my screen. And I don't want to go back because I was going to split it up into like 4 different episodes because it was like 2 hours long of me playing. And I got a lot done. I was like very happy. But since it didn't record, I kind of. Well, it recorded, but it didn't record in the right way because it only captured the top left of my screen. Well, actually, it captured the top right, not the left. So I don't know what I did. I must have accidentally in OBS ac- clicked something wrong and moved the display over a little bit, and that decided to be annoying. So I know I'm sorry that it's such a weird situation here. I didn't want it to be like this, but it happens. So um, basically what's going on is that I am trying to just upgrade everything here to, well, my idea is for the inner loop of the city where the highway is. That is all going to be whatchamacallit, high density, and that will be pretty nice. And I feel like on the other side, it will either be like the farming industry and the other industries plus the whatchamacallits, the like little tiny low density stuff. But here, what I am doing is actually getting my bearings straight and adding a little bit of an iron, not iron, but natural resource. It's something, a mining area. But I needed to like make it all look good and stuff, which you guys will see. It looks pretty good, but it annoys me because you guys can't see everything I was saying, nor can I because it's sped up. So basically what's happening here is I'm creating another off ramp that's going to shoot off into the industry, which actually was expanded on by a lot. Like, it was a ton of expansion this episode. So much. Which is part of the reason why I am not gonna go ahead and re-record just because the file messed up. Also because it is currently Wednesday night, and then I'd still have to edit, and I feel like I just feel very repetitive to do it all over again. So obviously I won't be doing that. But we had our first death wave, and I totally forgot about it because my whole plan was to wait for the crematoriums to be unlocked and not have the cemeteries, but it works out. So I put a bunch in everywhere just because it was such a big problem. And I eventually, in this area, make a little town by the exit ramp, which will be kind of a different city. Like, that'll be the city center for all of the, like, mining districts. So there'll be shopping over there. I'm thinking about having more, like, transportation hubs in that general direction and area. Um, and one of the things that I did mention while doing this was the fact that I forgot to do a lot of stuff correctly in this map. And I'm not sure how I just forgot. Like, the boat, not, well, boats will collide into the highway because I didn't raise it, and I totally forgot about that. I think the reason why I didn't do that was because every single time I tried to do it, it decided to like reformat oddly. I wasn't sure why, so I just left it. But if we just keep on watching here, you'll also notice, or you probably already noticed, not that little exit ramp, but a different one, which is kind of in a locked area right now. I forgot to connect the train tracks, so the train was pretty useless going down. So I'm gonna have to update the map, but for now, if you guys haven't, you're like, why isn't the train working? That's my fault. and I'm sorry. But if we just keep on looking here, I really need to expand. You guys can't see because, once again, it got cut out. Um, but basically what happened was that I had, like, all of a sudden a huge surge for industry. I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and started getting more industry, and that's why it's so much more developed. Like, I need to create everything perfectly. And I also need to have a good old train station, which you could see is going on right now because I couldn't use the other one, but these train tracks work and all. So I was going ahead and working on that and making it look fancy as all heckin' darn it. And once again, I'm keeping with the raised train tracks throughout because I feel like it looks nicer to have them raised rather than, like, I don't know, other stuff raised. It just works in my mind, okay? So don't question it. Um, but right now I just need to get a bunch of plumbing. It still annoys me that my computer did that. But we had a crime wave right here, but we also had it in other areas. We also had trash issues. It was that I was just expanding and working on that area so much that I forgot about my main city. As you can see, there's some issues, but I don't think I fixed it yet. Well, right there, I'm trying to get that to work. It wasn't really working, so I just had to place it somewhere else, which I ended up doing, and it gave me a lot more sewage. And we still had our power. And I think we also need to get a lot more power things. So the thing I just placed was a car park that went underground. It was an underground car park with this roof all covered in solar panels. I'm like, that's pretty nice. So I did that, and it provided a lot of power. Also, still going around. I didn't actually notice while recording this a big old traffic problem, but who cares? And I'm connecting the train tracks up to there, so then those ones will still work. And I went ahead. I had to kind of make it look good and nice. So I went under there mainly because I saw other stuff, which I don't think you guys can see. Oh, but I kept going. It kept going straight, and then I curved it because I wanted to get a big old train station there as well. Which I do end up doing here. Like right there, I add a little loop, and I go ahead. It's very much of a small loop, but it's just there, so then we have extra ways to get everything moving along. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic in the city, so we need to address that next episode, because that's a big old problem. But the downtown area for that little town looks pretty nice. And I think I end up doing something about, in a moment. Not there yet. Oh, I had to expand fire and everything, because it was horrendous. So I went ahead and did that. I also fixed a lot of other problems. I need to create that power line, because that little town, with all those other stuff, couldn't keep up with the power. So I'm just like, oh well. I'm like, oh yeah, we have all of these. And for some odd reason, don't ask me why, I decided to make a long way for solar panels. Don't know why, but now we've got a shite ton of power. And I wanted to use the dirt roads here, but I couldn't actually find them. And I'm like, oh, that makes me sad, because now it looks all civilized or constructed, and I wanted it to look more like out in the rural area, but I wasn't able to do that, so I just used the tree roads because they look nice, very nice. And I believe in a second I noticed that, I have no demand for residential, but I do have a ton of demand for business. So I went ahead, zoned a little shopping center down there, just in case. And I think I'll keep on expanding that area as well. But look at how bad crime was in that city. But anyways, it looks like we're nearing the end of this episode, so I guess I want to thank you all for watching. It'll be normal in the next episode, I promise. I'm sorry for this, but I hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. See y'all later.